And good evening, guys. This is going to be an upload game. We're going to have the New York Mets at the St. Louis Cardinals. Al Jackson versus Ray Washburn. This is also for a couple experiments. Wanted to show you guys what we're going to be doing a little bit with Skeeter Soft, so we'll go from there. We are, like I say, we're in a upload mode on this game here, so we'll upload it immediately after we are done. Let us introduce the starting lineups for our ball clubs. Now, Cyrus likes what I do here with the starting lineups, okay? He likes this. Alright, Cyrus over at Skeeter Soft likes this. But, and then let me show you guys real quick. Let me come into here. There we go. And it is going to black out just a sec because this is a mood right there. There's our starting lineups. Alright. And we got this right here. This is the New York Mets lineup. Now, let me get back in. Now, what Cyrus suggested, but we do it anyway because I can just move the screen over and there's the card. All right, and this is the filled up. Oh, by the way, this is the from the previous game. Larry Berenice. This is from the previous game. One of the Mets pitchers. Okay. And what we have here is the Mets lineup. Well, if I do this, I can display the card. Well, the card is nice. But it's 1960. It's their batting averages for the entire year. It's not what we're looking for. Unfortunately, Mr. Cyrus, I wish I could give you a better way, so I'm going to describe it the best way I can. Okay. Roy McMillan will be playing shortstop for the New York Mets. He is the leadoff hitter. Now, what I'm going to do is Johnny Lewis will be playing center field. Ed Kranepool's at first. Jesse Gonder is the catcher. Charlie Smith is at third. Ron Swoboda is the right fielder. Jim Hickman's over in left. Bobby Klaus is in center. Of course, Al Jackson's the pitcher. And we're going to use this lineup. We can do that. But I'm going to show you something just a little bit better here. So I just showed you the lineup real quick. Let me see if I'm back onto the regular screen. Yes, we are. Okay. Now, obviously, we can go to the statistics anytime we want. And let me go to the Mets. Now, let's see if I can help you out here. Jim McMillan is starting playing shortstop, as we said. Roy McMillan will be batting first. He is batting .266, does have 6 RBIs, 5 doubles so far this season. So he's doing quite well at that. Batting second will be Johnny Lewis. This is his 28th game. He has 6 home runs, 14 RBIs. He is second on the Mets team in both categories. Does have a strikeout, I guess. He's 27 strikeouts, only been walked 10 times. He is batting .248. Has 2 doubles. Ed Kranepool will be batting third. He is leading the Mets in home runs and RBIs with 8 and 19 respectively. And he has 2 triples, 7 doubles. He's batting .262 for the Mets. Jesse Gonder is our catcher. This will be his 11th game. Yogi Berra was in there. He's out, by the way, now for the season. He has been released. Jesse Gonder is batting .333 for the Mets right now. He has 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. Like I said, he's been in 10 games. And he's got 6 hits obviously out of 18 tries. Charlie Smith, it will be here. He is normally the third baseman. Batting .222 for the Mets at this time. 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Has 2 doubles so far in his repertoire. Has been hit once. Has been caught stealing once. The Mets are not a stealing-based team, as you can see here. Get out of there. Okay. Ron Swoboda is next. He has 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. Batting .209 for the Mets. The Mets are not a high-hitting ball club, as you can see here. 1 triple, 4 doubles. Strikes out a little bit, 18 times. His strikeout to walk ratio is like 2 to 1. Has been hit by a pitch 3 times. So the Mets have been hit by pitches quite a bit. Ron Hunt, who by the way had the major league record for hit batters in the season, hasn't been hit yet. Bobby Klaus is batting .174, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. He has 4 doubles. There are all sorts of stats I can bring up on these guys, just so you know. And we can show a lot of things, but that's what pretty much what the stats are here for. So let's go back to our starting lineups. Like I said, we'll do it this way, and as I address these guys, all right. And that's our selection lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals tonight. Then we'll bring him back up. So let me get back into here again. I gotta go out and in. So hold on. There we go. All right. The St. Louis Cardinals tonight. Their starting lineup tonight is Julian Javier is playing second base. Lou Brock will be at left field. Kurt Flood is in center. Ken Boyer is our third baseman. Dick Grote is over at short. Bill White is the first baseman. Phil Gagliano is playing right field tonight. Bob Uecker, Mr. Baseball, is the catcher. And Ray Washburn will be the pitcher tonight. We will use these lineups. Now, I'm going to hit the start game. Now, for Cyrus, who gave me the suggestions about that. We've got 2 suggestions running tonight, by the way. We're going to play them both. Hopefully you guys will like the first one. That's what we're going to use the upload game for. Now, Cyrus, what we are looking for, and it would be even better, okay? Showing the lineups that way is nice, okay? And showing, okay? And showing the cards is nice, but the cards are full season. That's not exactly what we're looking for. Let me show you what we're looking for, okay? Let's get out of here. Let me go start game. Let me bring up any ball player. McMillan's up, so we'll use him for an example. Let me use one of the pinch hitters I have. Okay? Joe Christopher is one of the normal starters. We'll use him. Let's right-click on his name. This is what we want, Cyrus. We'd love to see this. This is what he's doing currently for the season. And I mean, it shows everything. And they also give the guys who are looking at this, and if there's some way we could fit sort of this in, but keep in mind, all the time we're presenting the lineup, we've already got the batting card right here. And I can always bring in the batting card if we have to. This is what we're looking for. An idea of how they're hitting, how they're doing lately. As you can see with Mr. Christopher here in his last 4 games, or it's 18 games, we know. But if you look in about his 4, 5, 6, last 7 games, he's hitting 6 out of 7 games. That's a nice thing to know. Even though it is my dice, I don't care. His last game, he went 3 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. Did quite well against the Braves. He's been in 32 games. There's his plate appearances and official at-bats. He's scored 14 runs on 32 hits. He has 3 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, and 11 RBIs. So he has 7 extra base hits. He's walked 11 times, struck out 16. He's gotten a stolen base. He's been caught, and his batting average is .250. And I could do that if I could do that with this lineup as we set it up. It would be beautiful, Cyrus. We could do it that way. During the course of the game, of course, I keep a scorebook, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, but that's what I'd love. That's what if you could get the pointer from this card here, because I can always show this card anytime during the game. It's always going to be there. Get the pointer from there to that pointer in this section right here. Even without the substitute, you could have the whole team. You could have the whole team here, or even better yet, we could just right-click here instead of this. We could have that box, and we could go from there. It'd be perfect, and we could do it all the time. It would be perfect. I know it's a huge hit that I'm asking for, and a huge change in the programming that I'm asking for. But I think it'll enhance the game even better. I liked your suggestion, but I think this one is a little bit better, Cyrus. So I am asking if that would not be a better idea. That way we've got the information there in number form. That's what these guys are looking for. We're stats orientated. We're a bunch of guys. Most of us are 40 and older. In fact, quite a few of us are 60 and older, who know the game well. Like you, we've been following it. Of course, I started out with Ted Williams playing left field at Fenway Park, so that tells you how old I am. I wouldn't be surprised if one of my other friends can tell you he was floating around when the White Sox was in the World Series in 1959. That's how old we are, but we are all gamers. This is our kind of game. Yeah, the war games are fun, they're cute and everything else, but we like these kind of games, and we play them all. You have seen every game out there on YouTube, and I understand. So anyway, that's enough of my spiel. This game is specifically for IDjester, who does a lot, makes us all laugh with the shenanigans, especially with the Red Sox Mafia, as he likes to call us. And I think what I'm going to do this game. It's geared towards him, though everybody obviously will watch it, I hope. But this game is geared towards IDjester, who I think is a very good friend. I hope he's feeling better. I know he's been out for a while. So let's get started with Roy McMillan for the Mets. He's currently batting .266 for our baseball announcer form. This is always good. batting 266. Basically a singles hitter, as you can see by his on-base percentage and his slugging percentage. So, here we go. So 6 RBIs. It is a 36. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's get the game going here. There'll be a 36. And he has got some big along the ball. Possible errors you can see right here where the yellow is. And 55. And Roy McMillan hits a nice little sweep pop-up real quick there over towards Julian Javier. Julian Javier is able to make the easy grab here we are at 1965. We are in the final year of the old Sportsman Park, which became Busch Stadium. So, anybody can recollect Sportsman's Park, you know they've got that big wall out there in right field. And now, the options I have from here, just show you guys real quick, I can leave it here and just throw, which means this will be always an element of surprise, or I can just go to next card automatically and the next batter's up. So I've got either way. And batter is Johnny Lewis. Johnny Lewis is batting 248 for the Mets, 6 home runs, 14 RBIs. By the way, Ray Washburn is 1-0, 10 innings pitched. He's been used mostly in relief so far at the start of this season here. He has given up 5 hits, struck out 7, walked 3. Let me get my real game up here so everybody knows what we're doing. In the real game, St. Louis beat the Mets 5-4. It was at the likes of the Busch Stadium, as Cardinal fans always have been. Even all over the years, they had 22,000 fans show up here at the old Sportsman Park. Ray Washburn, at this time in his career, as he was just getting started with the Mets, or with the Cardinals. Okay, in 1965 was 27 years old. They had him in relief at the start. He ended up starting a bit and did more. He even relieved some more, so he did quite well. Fairly average pitcher for his career. Finished with Cincinnati in 1970, then he was done, which perfectly for most pitchers back then, because they did. And a good example is, and he threw 119 innings in here. He only was in 28 games. He threw a lot, so that's what they did back then. So let's get back to here. As I said, the Cardinals won it 5-4. What you guys don't know I do, unless you go into Baseball Reference, which you guys can always go into Baseball Reference. That's your thing there. Ah, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on here. I gotta move it back. Damn. Hold on. There we go. Okay, and there we go. All right, got it back. There, right there. Okay, there we go. All right, I had to make it. I took something out I shouldn't have. Johnny Lewis, here's the pitch. It is a 21, and he is struck out by Mr. Washburn here in the first inning. Due up to bat is Ed Kranepool. Ed Kranepool is batting 262 for the Mets, 8 home runs, 19 RBIs. Here is the pitch by Ray Washburn. It is a 14, and Kranepool hits out towards left field, heading out towards that grandstand area where Lou Brock is just standing there waiting for it. Easy play for him to start the game off. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. For the St. Louis Cardinals, coming up the first innings is Julian Javier, Lou Brock, and Curt Flood. Julian Javier for the Cardinals is batting 247, no home runs, 9 RBIs. Second baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals. Here is the pitch. By the way, this does leave Ed Kranepool, because the next card will go to Julian, and that's what it's going to do. Julian Javier generally was the second baseman. Here is the pitch. He only got 77 games this season here. I believe he was a rookie this year. Here's the pitch. It is a 24. And Javier struck out by Al Jackson. Al Jackson, by the way, is 2-2 for the season so far. 12 walks, 27 strikeouts. 3.14 ERA. He's doing a very decent job for the Mets. These are one of the Mets, I think he finished 9th or 10th in this season. They are starting to form the nucleus of that base. Well, I would like to call a hitless wonder team, but they had pitching up the gump stump. Lou Brock is up. Lou Brock is batting 291 for the St. Louis Cardinals. 3 home runs, 13 RBIs. Here is the pitch. It is a 25, and Lou Brock hits it out in towards center field, getting in there. It's starting to drop real quick. Lewis is on his way in. Brock, it drops in. Brock will get the first base for the base hit for Cardinals. Curt Flood is due up to bat here. It is bottom of the first inning. Here we go. Al Jackson's in the stretch. Brock's on first. Here's the pitch to Curt Flood. 33, and it's going to be a good one for the St. Louis Cardinals this time. 31 on that hit. Kurt Flood hits out over the first baseman's head, gets down that way, heading down the right field line. It's a fair ball heading towards foul line over there. Bruck is on his horse. He is one of the fastest runners in the league at this time of the years. He is heading towards home. Ball's coming in from our right fielder, Swoboda. He's not going to get there in time. Flood will get to second base with the double. And Lou Brock scores. And it is 1-0 St. Louis. Due up is Ken Boyer. Ken Boyer's batting .240. He has 4 home runs, 23 RBIs. There is 1 out here in bottom of the first inning. Here is the pitch. It is a 65, and we got contact on the ball, but it is going to be a high pop-up heading out towards the foul area over there in left field. Stepping back is going to be Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith makes the grab. We have 2 down. Dick Groat's our batter. He's batting .328 so far for the Cardinals. No home runs, 16 RBIs. Now, the game plays. I'm not going to complain with the way the game does, okay? Because I think Cyrus had the intention of the game's playing right. Dick Groat didn't get any home runs in 1965, so no matter what happens, he'll never get a home run. He'll get a lot of doubles though and triples. Here is the pitch to Dick Groat. It is a 24, and he hits out towards center field on a little high fly ball, and Lewis is getting into the catch. He gets underneath the ball, makes the play, and is 3 down. But the Cardinals score 1 run on 2 hits. 1 runner left on base at the end of 1. It is St. Louis 1, the New York Mets nothing. Coming to bat for the New York Mets is Jesse Gonder, Charlie Smith, and Ron Swoboda. And Jesse Gardner, like it says, batting .333. He's had 20 plate appearances, so he has 2 walks in there somewhere. Here is the pitch. It is a 15, and he hits a high pop-up heading out the way towards third. Ken Boyer's headed back in there, in a little bit into the outfield area. Makes the grab. We have 1 down. Charlie Smith is our batter. And Charlie Smith so far is batting .222, as we stated before. 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Playing third base. Here is the pitch. It is a 63. And Smith hits out towards right field. Heading back that way towards that wall. Heading out that way is Gagliano. Gagliano's able to make that grab. A nice one-handed grab on the run. And here is 2 down. Ron Swoboda is coming up. He is batting .209 for the Mets this season so far. 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. Washburn's out there. He's ready for the pitch. Here, he's got it. Here we go. And it is a 46. And Swoboda strikes out. That will be Washburn's 2nd strikeout of the game. And it's no runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of 1.5. It is St. Louis Cardinals 1, the New York Mets nothing. Due up for the St. Louis Cardinals is Bill White, Phil Gagliano, and Bob Uecker. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning here at Sportsman's Park or Busch Stadium, however you want to call it in this game here. Bill White is at the plate, and he is batting .259 for the Cardinals. 8 home runs, 17 RBIs. Here is the pitch. It is a 66, and Bill White hits it out towards that high wall out there in right field. Swoboda's going back. He's going as far back as he can. He runs out of ground, runs into the wall, and Jake only watch the ball go away. Bill White gets his 9th home run of the season, and the Cardinals are up 2-0. Phil Gagliano will be coming to bat, batting .250 for the St. Louis Cardinals. Jackson gets a new ball. Here he goes. He gets the sign from the plate. Here's the windup and the pitch. It is a 24, and Phil Gagliano is struck out. Jackson had some smoke on that ball. About the best way you could do it without hitting the batter to get revenge is a strikeout. Due up, Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker. Bob Uecker is having a career. He's batting .296 for the St. Louis Cardinals. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. And that home run he hit was a game winner when he hit it. Here is the pitch. It is a 36. And he does get contact with the ball. But it is going to be a nice little easy pop-up heading out towards second base, but it's dropping real quick. And our second baseman, Klaus, he has to dive in there to get it in the infield grass, and makes the play on a little pop-up that got a little tricky on the back end. Due up is Ray Washburn. Ray Washburn so far is doing an excellent job. He is batting .000. This is just his third batting of the season. Here we go. It is a 34. And Ray Washburn makes contact with the ball. Let's see how it goes here. And he hits it out towards center field. Heading back, though, he actually got some contact on that ball. It's heading back that way. Caught Lewis off guard. He has to run and chase after that ball. He's heading back the way and gets that glove out on a shoestring catch on a backwards one. Nice catch by Lewis as he runs from behind. Has to look up. It's almost like Willie Mays' famous catch of 1954, but he ended up having to get it on the shoestring. Excellent play by Lewis, and that is 3 down. But the Cardinals get a run. 1 run on 1 hit. There's nobody left on base at the end of 2. It is the St. Louis Cardinals 2, the New York Mets nothing. We are in the top of the 3rd inning of our game here with National Pastime 3 Baseball. The Cardiac League is up and running, as I always like to call it. The Insane Asylum is always welcome in because I am part of the Insane Asylum of Al, the Red Sox fan, and all the other crew that like to enjoy our games. Due up for the New York Mets is Jim Hickman, Klaus, and Al Jackson. Here we go. Here is the pitch to Hickman. He is batting .096 in his role here with the Mets this season so far. It is a 61. They are giving Christopher the day off, by the way. That's why Hickman's is out here on a Friday night. Obviously, they looked for a long weekend. More like I haven't looked at the schedule yet for the 23rd, but I got a feeling we're gonna have quite a few double headers, and that's always fun to do. And Washburn strikes out Hickman while that was going on. That is Washburn's 3rd strikeout of the game. And due up is Bobby Klaus. Bobby Klaus is batting .174, a little bit below the Mendoza line. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. He is in the 8th slot, so it's about right for the season 1965. Here is the pitch. It is a 55, and he hits a nice pop-up heading out there towards third base. Cam Boyer has to wait for it to come on down, makes the easy play, and we have 2 down. Due up is Al Jackson. Al Jackson has yet to get a hit this season. He may have made contact with the ball, but he is 14 plate appearances, and he is batting .000. Here is the pitch to Jackson. It is a 32, and he hits it to our second baseman, Julian Javier. Javier is able to grab it real quick, fires over towards first for the play, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of 2.5. It is the New York Mets nothing, the St. Louis Cardinals 2. Due up for the Cardinals is the top of the order, Julian Javier, Lou Brock, and Curt Flood. Julian Javier in the first inning struck out for start Al Jackson's game, and after that, this first inning got a little tight for Jackson. Javier's at the plate. He's in the ready. Here's Jackson. It is a 51, and Javier hits a little pop-up over towards third base where Charlie Smith is just waiting for it to come on down, and he makes the play. It looks like the third baseman is getting a lot of work over there, but they're not hard-hit balls going that way, so it makes it kind of easy for him. Right field's not particularly busy either. It's just a little bit of everywhere. Lou Brock is up. First time up. He got a base hit. Scored the first run of the game for the Cardinals off of when Curt Flood hit his double. Here is the pitch. It is a 51. And Lou Brock hits out towards left center field. He gets it out there. Nice ball got hit on the one hop. St. Louis is firing it back in, and Brock will take first. Due up is Curt Flood. Curt Flood, our center fielder, got a double. He's got one of the RBIs for the Cardinals. He did it in the first inning off a double that he hit. And Jackson's in the stretch. Here is the pitch, and Brock is on his way. Getting out there is Skonder. Skonder fires in towards Klaus. Klaus slaps the tag. Brock got caught. He had a terrible time getting out that way today, and he got caught stealing at second base. Call it 2-4, and there are now 2 down. Lou Brock did not get a good jump. And he got caught trying to steal second base. Kurt Flood is at the plate. 1 strike. Here is the pitch. It is a 21. And Kurt Flood hits it towards left field. Routine fly ball. Wait for it to come on in. Is Jim Hickman. And he makes the easy play. Turns into a 1-2-3 inning for the New York Mets. No runs. 1 hit. Nobody left on base at the end of 3. St. Louis Cardinals 2. The New York Mets nothing. And just because I'd like to do this at least twice during the game, let me get my plug. I plug, and what we do is all games that I play, I go to Delphi Forums, Skeetersoft, Inc., and I drop it into, in there. All my score sheets are for National Pastime 3. It's in a section called Replays and Tourneys. It says Clint's 1965 NPIII Seasons Box Scores. That's what I have. I also have another section in here, and it will show you all my stats, and it will show you my standings. And I will bring, after the games are done on the 23rd, I will post into there also. I also follow other games that are in here from National Pastime League players. There is a big one out here that I enjoy dealing with. The guy is doing a 10-year project. He is in 1982. He has a wonderful blog that he runs in here. It is fantastic. You guys get a chance, please. It's on the 1980s. Please take a couple minutes and look at it and see how he does it. It is fantastic, and it's just out of this world. I tried to copy it even into over to Digital Diamond. I can't get it the way this guy does it, and I'm still learning how to do it. He's been giving me lessons. If he does, I will keep it in Skeetersoft Inc.'s Delphi forum only. But this is where I post them, every box score. So if you want to see how your teams did and who did what during what game, I have them all. So including pitching, and I get the full stats. Double plays, putouts, assists, which Beatles eternally and I like. Who grounded to what double play, doubles, triples, home runs, stolen bases, caught stealings, hit by pitch ball. When the home runs were hit and how many was on that pitcher, like in a game I did recently. It was a 1-0 New York San Francisco Giants game. Willie McCovey hit the home run in the 7th inning. If you look down at the Houston Astros pitching stats, you'll see that it will show that's exactly what happened. It was Don Notabart's second home run that he gave up the entire season, and that's what it shows. That's what I use. And yes, I do plug it at least once or twice a game. Just hopefully you guys will come out and take a few minutes and view them. Coming to bat for the New York Mets is the top of the order. Roy McMillan, Johnny Lewis, and Ed Kranepool. Roy McMillan popped out to the second baseman's first time up. Washburn's on the mound here in the top of the 4th inning. Here is the pitch. It is a 15. And Roy McMillan gets the first hit of the Mets game as it gets over there on the ground ball between short and third. Heading out towards left center field, and coming on in is Lou Brock to fire it back in. Roy McMillan is on first with the first Mets hit of the game here in the top of the 4th inning. Due up is Johnny Lewis. Johnny Lewis struck out his first time up. Washburn, for the first time this game, has to pitch from the stretch. Gets the sign from Euchre. Here is the pitch. It is a 16. And Lewis hits it out to our shortstop, Dick Grote, on a slow roll. Grote's coming on in. They can't get to McMillan in time. He's going to have to throw towards first. Makes the play, and we have one down. Johnny Lewis is out on a ground ball. Call at 6-3 for everybody keeping score. McMillan will take second base. Coming up is Ed Kranepool. Ed Kranepool flew out to left field. Lou Brock made the play. Here is the pitch. It is a 23. And Kranepool hits out towards second base. Got on the right side of the ball on the field. However, picks it up. McMillan's on his way towards third. Will get in there safely. Kranepool will get out on a 4-3. It is not a sacrifice hit, guys. Just a regular ground ball that just advanced the runner. Coming in is Jesse Gonder. Jesse Gonder popped out to the third base from the first time up. Here is the pitch. It is a 16, and Jesse Gonder hits to our shortstop, Dick Groat. Dick Groat's able to get this one here. Fires towards first for the out, and that is the third out of the inning. No runs, one hit, one runner left on base for the New York Mets. Due up for the Cardinals, Ken Boyer, Dick Groat, and Bill White. Ken Boyer fouled out to the third base side his first time up. Al Jackson is still on the mound here in a very tight 2-0 game. Here is the pitch. It is a 46, and it is headed out towards right field. Fly ball. Ron Swoboda's waiting for it to come on down, and he will make the grab. Ken Boyer is out on the fly ball to Ron Swoboda. Dick Groat is due up here. Dick Groat, so far today, is 0 for 1. He flew out to center field his first time up. Coming in is Jackson. Here's the pitch. It is a 65, and Dick Groat gets out there towards left field, gets over there by the, gets down the line on third base and towards left field. Brock is heading out that way. Groat's heading over towards first. He does not carry the speed to make it over there, and that was not Brock. I take that back. That was Hickman. Groat does not have the speed to get over towards second base. He will remain at first. Got a nice little short turn. Hickman got the ball, threw it in. And we have a runner on first here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Coming to bat is Bill White. Bill White hit a home run in the second inning, his 9th of the season, his 18th RBI. Congratulations, Bill White. As they like to say in St. Louis, this bud's for you. Here is the pitch. It is a 65. And Bill White hits it high, hits it backwards. Heading over towards the backstop is Gonder. Waiting for that ball to come down. Groat's hoping he drops it, but that's not going to happen. It is an out on a foul ball to Gonder. They're at the backstop. Makes a great catch. And coming up the bat will be Phil Gagliano. Phil Gagliano struck out his first time as one of Jackson's 2 strikeouts so far this game. Here is the pitch. It is a 25. And Gagliano hits it to our third baseman, Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith's able to get up there, scarf that ball right up there as he backhands it. Fires over to first. Kranepool makes the play, and we have 3 down. For the St. Louis Cardinals, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base at the end of 4. It is the St. Louis Cardinals 2, the New York Mets 0. Coming up to bat for the New York Mets will be Charlie Smith, Ron Swoboda, and Jim Hickman. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Charlie Smith is due up here. Here is the pitch from Ray Washburn, and that is a no good foul ball. Here is again another new ball in the game, 41. And Charlie Smith hits to our shortstop, Dickie Groat. Dick Groat's able to get that ball easily. And we have 1 down. And Washburn's getting to hit on ground balls. Looks like he may have a sinker running now all of a sudden, or a nice good low curve. Ron Swoboda's up to bat, struck out his first time up. Here is the pitch. 16, and he hits it out to our shortstop again. Dick Groat has to wait for his catch. He's getting a little busy all of a sudden. Gets that ball real quick, snaps it over towards first, and it is 2 down. Bill White's getting a lot of work today. Well, guys, I worked real hard. I was going to say it's Boyer. Boyer's had 2 pop-ups. He's had to run around. Due up is Jim Hickman. Jim Hickman so far today has struck out his first time up. Did that in the 3rd. Here is the pitch. It is a 65, and Jim Hickman hits it out there towards first base side, but it's curving foul. There goes White. White's heading back that way, and he makes the play over there towards the bullpen area on the first base side, and it is an out. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of 4.5 innings. It is St. Louis 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. New York Mets, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. So it is an official game. Anything happens to me, or just pour down rain at Busch Stadium here in 1965, the game counts. So nothing will happen to me. I'm perfectly fine, by the way, guys. So just so you know, got my blood pressure check. As I told you guys yesterday, 132/60. I'm doing fine. I've got it. Finally got the blood pressure lowered. Took a 1-mile walk today. It was fantastic. A little warm, but not bad. So I'm feeling pretty good. All right, for the St. Louis Cardinals, Bob Uecker, Ray Washburn, and top of the order, Julian Javier. Bob Uecker popped out to the second baseman's first time up. Here we go. Al Jackson's on the mound. He does have a rate lower. He is starting to get a little tired. Rules apply. Here we go. And it is a 14 to Uecker. And Uecker's got some wood on the ball. But it's heading. He got the wood. Getting out towards left field. Heading out that way. Jim Hickman, he's stepping back there towards the warning track. And he makes the great catch off of Bob Uecker. There is one down. Ray Washburn's due up. He did fly out to center field his first time. Here is the pitch to Washburn. It is a 56, and Washburn is struck out by Jackson. That is Jackson's third strikeout of the game. So he is throwing a brilliant game himself, just not good enough so far for this game here. Coming in is Julian Javier. Julian Javier today so far has struck out and popped out. Here is the pitch. It is a 41. And he hits to our shortstop. Excuse me, Roy McMillan. McMillan's able to get that ball heading towards his left, towards second base. Plants his feet, quick fires, then gets the speedy Javier out and is 3 down. A 1-2-3 inning for the Mets. No runs, no hits, no errors. Even though I said it 2 different ways, I apologize. No, I don't. Jack Buck wouldn't. And it is St. Louis 2, the Mets nothing. Due up to bat for the New York Mets will be Bobby Klaus, Al Jackson, and Roy McMillan. Ray Washburn is on the mound, top 6th inning. His line right now is, there we go. Ray Washburn has got his 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, no walks, 3 strikeouts. He is doing a marvelous job for the St. Louis Cardinals. They could use it. They've been sort of playing iffy ball lately. Here, and let me see if I can prove that real quick. In the standings, they're in 3rd, but they've been playing 7-3. They are on a 4-game winning streak, though, which has done quite well. They're a game and a half back right now between the Reds and the Giants. The Reds have already played their game, so has the Giants. They're in a virtual lock tie. The Reds are up by 10 percentage points. So, get back there. That's what you're looking at. Here we go. Charles trying to get back to stay a game back. 55. And Bobby Klaus hits it up there, pops, heads towards third base. Wait for it. It's Ken Boyers to be his 3rd pop out, and it's the 2nd time Klaus has popped it out that way. Bobby Klaus is getting underneath the ball, but he's getting underneath it just a little too quick. Al Jackson's coming up. Al Jackson grounded out to our second baseman, Julian Javier, in the 3rd inning. Here is the pitch. It is a 51. And Jackson strikes out. That will be Ray Washburn's 4th strikeout of the game. And now each pitcher has struck their counterpart out. Roy McMillan's coming to bat. He is 1 for 2. He has the lone Met hit. And here is the pitch. 56. And he hits a nice little pop-up, hitting back that way. Here's our shortstop, Dick Grote. Squeezes the ball in his glove, and we have 3 down. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the New York Mets in the top of the 6th inning. And I ping on Roy McMillan, but I've got a game that I posted, and I can't think of whether it was Jose Cardinal or Leo Cardenas. One of the two got the only 2 hits of the game for one team. So, and it was a shutout. Due up for the Cardinals, Lou Brock, Kurt Flood, Ken Boyer. Lou Brock is 2 for 2 today, both base hits. He scored a run, got caught stealing. Jackson is still on the mound. Here we go. It is a 66 this time. Brock has got a huge hit. This may be it for Jackson, 42. And Lou Brock gets over towards second. He gets over the first baseman's head as it drops on in. Heading that way, a rolling ball. So Boda's on his way in, and there goes Brock heading to second base. So Boda fires in. Brock slides on in underneath the tag, and he is in with a double. And Al Jackson will be done for the day. Alas, poor York. He has a D pitcher, runner on second base, off a hit. He is gone. So coming in to pitch for the New York Mets will be Dennis Rabant. And we'll get his stats here real quick. Dennis Rabant for the New York Mets so far this season. This will be his 11th game. He has 1 save. He's blown 2 saves. He did that on the 5th and the 8th. He did on the 5th of, last time on the 5th of May. He did it on the 18th of April against the Giants. He has given up 17 hits. He has been known to do that. He's slowed it down a whole lot since then. In his last 3 games, he's only given up 2 hits total. He has 6 earned runs, 5 walks, a goal on 12 strikeouts, roughly a 2-1 average. Has to get up 1 goal for ball. And his ERA currently is 2.42 for the New York Mets. So he is doing quite marvelously. He will be coming into the game to pitch here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And I can get more stats on him if you guys would like. I could do either way. I can get his games. I get true game stats, or I can even just get the stats. I just pick up his name and get his stats for each game he's played. So, and they're full stats, by the way. They give you hit, batter, the whole 9 yards. Anybody requests or asks, I will be more than happy to do that when I'm broadcasting live. Obviously, this is not a live broadcast. This is an upload. Kurt Flood is up to bat. He has a double flown out. He has 1 of the RBIs for the Cardinals. Here is the pitch. Rabant's on the mound. Here in the stretch. Here's the pitch. It is a 24. And Kurt Flood heads out towards center field. Coming on in to make the running play is Lewis. Brock is not going to be able to get a jump on the play, and Flood is out. Ken Boyer is coming up to bat. Ken Boyer so far today has popped out and fouled out and flown out. Rabant's on the mound for the New York Mets coming into this game. Here is the pitch to Boyer. 1 down. Brock has the lead. 34 this time, and Boyer's got contact. Nope, no good. I got to do it again. There we go. It is a 41. And Ken Boyer hits it out towards center field. Coming on in is Lewis. Lewis just had to come in before. He has to run on in this time. Ball's dropping fast, and he makes the sliding grab. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lou Brock again is not going to try for third. He was too busy watching, hoping he was going to drop the ball, and it didn't happen. Poor running mistake by Lou Brock this time. Due up is Dick Grote. Dick Grote today is 1 for 2. Got a base hit in the 4th. Flew out in the 1st. Here is the pitch. 2 down. 25. And Dick Grote hits it to our pitcher Rabant. Rabant's able to get it real quick. Fires over towards first. Makes the fast play. And we have 3 down. No runs. 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. At the end of 6, it is St. Louis 2, the New York Mets nothing. Ray Washburn starting now to get towards the tired mode. That's going to happen in these games like this. Like I say, all rules apply. You just saw what happened with Al Jackson, even though he was only getting 5 hits or 6 hits. That's it. That shows that's a tired pitcher. The D rate does do that. Due up for the Mets is Lewis, Johnny Lewis, Ed Kranepool, and Jesse Gonder. Johnny Lewis is struck out and grounded out. Washburn is on the mound. Here is the pitch. It is a 44, and Johnny Lewis gets the second hit. He had just a nice, good ball, just popped it out there over the shortstop's head into left center field. Picking up is our center fielder, Flood. Flood fires in, and Lewis is on first with the base hit here in the 7th inning. Now, the case here with the D rate, Washburn so far has a shutout. I'm going to let him go. On shutouts, I let them go until they give up that first run. Then they're done. That's how I do it. So that way they still got a chance to get the shutout. Because in 1965, that was one of the stats that was out there. Ed Kranepool's up so far. He has flown out and grounded out. Here is the pitch to Ed Kranepool. Washburn's in the stretch. 45, and Kranepool, that's a ball. Here is the pitch. 44 this time, and Ed Kranepool gets out there on a mini little hit and run that was planned. Heads out towards left center field. Lewis was on the run when it was happening. He's going to get over to second base, heading towards third. Kranepool will be stopped at first base, and we have runners on first and third here in the 7th inning for the New York Mets. Infield will be in. Coming to bat will be Jesse Gonder. Jesse Gonder has popped out to third, grounded out to short. First threat for Ray Washburn. Here is the pitch to Jesse Gonder. 51, and he is walked. The bases are loaded. This is a tight one for Ray Washburn. Coming to bat is Charlie Smith. There is no place to put him. That is Washburn's first walk of the game. He is getting seriously tired. Here we go. Charlie Smith to 56, and it hits out. Infield fly rule is in effect. It's an automatic out. Right to head towards second baseman. The second baseman's out. He could even drop it, still an out. Runners go at their own risk, and they will not move. One down here in the top of the 7th inning. Washburn's on the mound. Bill White, or Ron Swoboda's coming to bat. Ron Swoboda today is 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out. Here is the pitch, one down. 65, and he got contact on the ball. Let's see what happens. 32, and Swoboda is struck out. Foul tip to the catcher, strike 3. 2 down. Due up is Jim Hickman. 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning for the New York Mets. And let me find out real quick, because if he did, I can do this. No, he did not get replaced. The guys that got replaced was Jesse Condor and Ron Swoboda in the game. Ron Swoboda went 2 for 4 in this real game. Very real game. So, Jim Hickman's up, bases are loaded, 2 out. What can he do? Welcome to the Cardiac League. 35, and Hickman is struck out. Washburn has gotten himself out of the jam in the 7th inning. No runs, 2 hits, 3 runners left on base at the end of 6.5. It is St. Louis 2 of the New York Mets. Nothing. The game is starting to get just a little exciting. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bill White will be coming to bat. Bill White, Phil Gagliano, and Bob Uecker. A very, very exciting top of the 7th for Ray Washburn and all Met fans. It just imploded on with 2 strikeouts and an infield pop-up fly. Bill White is at the plate. He is 1 for 2, fouled out and homered. He went one way or the other. And if any of you guys, hopefully nobody here is real evil about it. If anybody remembers when we were kids, what we used to call foul balls back then. So, if you can say it to yourself, if not, ask me, I will tell you. I don't have a problem with that, but that way it's in the replies, and that way it's one-on-one or basically one on everybody. Here is the pitch to Bill White. It is a 14, and Bill White's made possible contact with the ball. 32, and he hits out towards left field. Waiting for out that way, heading out towards the foul line, out towards that way is Hickman. Hickman gets out there, and he hits the foul line and hits the wall. Drops on down, shows the ball in his glove, and he makes the play. Bill White is out on a fly ball to left field. Phil Gagliano's coming up. He has struck out and grounded out. We are here at Sportsman's Park. I'm sorry that I missed Take Me Out to the Ball Game, guys. I apologize. Petula Clark was singing it this time, and we missed it. Sorry about that, guys. I was too busy yakking. I apologize the 3rd time. Here we go. Phil Gagliano, it is a 52. And he hits out towards third base, where Charlie Smith was waiting for it, guarding the line. Gets it really easily, makes the play, and that's the 2nd time that Gagliano has grounded out to Charlie Smith. Due up is Bob Uecker. Bob Uecker is 0 for 2 today. Popped out and flew out. Here is the pitch to Uecker. 52. And he hits also towards our Charlie Smith. Like I say, they're guarding the line. Gets out that way, stretches out towards his left a little bit, and it gets over towards the slow foot of Uecker, makes the play, and we have 3 down. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of 7. We are in the top of the 8th, and I'm going to see if I can find this, and hopefully you guys can hear it. Okay. St. Louis Cardinal, 8th inning. Song. There we go. Hopefully it plays. Hopefully it will. So I didn't know what it used to do. So yeah, that might work. Actually, I know what it does. Hold on here. Hang on. All right. Nope, I'm not going to find it this time, guys. I apologize. Yep, there we go. There we go. Hold on. I found it. Good for me. All right, here we go, guys. I know what I was looking for. I have, and IDjester knows what I was looking for. Because if he's a Cardinal fan, he is. Any of you guys have ever been to Busch Stadium, even the old Busch Stadium, even though it was a cookie cutter ballpark, it was AstroTurf. I had a good time there. I went to 4 to 5 games a year. Saw the Cubs and the Cardinals at least once a year. Saw every National League team play, even the Colorado Rockies when they first came out, and I saw Colorado Rockies and Arizona both when they first came out, just before I retired from the military. Batting for the New York Mets will be, and let's get this up here real quick, is Bobby Klaus. A pinch hitter for Dennis Rabani, but he just pitched marvelously, and Roy McMillan. Bobby Klaus is 0 for 2. He's popped out to the third base both times. Here's the pitch. It is a 61, and Bobby Klaus is struck out by Washburn. That is his 7th strikeout of the game. Going up against 1 walk. Due up will be Dennis Rabani, but that's not going to happen. We are going to bring in a pinch hitter. I've got choices in here, so I'm going to see who I can pick and pull for the New York Mets this game. And pinch hitting will be, I can use Danny Napoleon or Chris Canizario or Billy Cowan. So, get up there. We will use Billy Cowan this time. I guess it'd be not a bad choice. Yeah, Billy Cowan pitched it this time. He has pitched it twice before, did get a hit in his pinch hit. He has been in 8 games so far, 26 rule at bats, 7 hits, 2 runs scored, 2 doubles for him, 3 RBIs. He has walked twice, but he has struck out 4 times. And he did get a stolen base in one of the games, batting .269 currently for the New York Mets. Billy Cowan will be the pinch hitter for the New York Mets. And, let me show you guys that. Hold on here. I apologize. Let me show you guys that because you didn't get a chance to see it. Hold on. So let me bring that back up again. That's not showing. Let me bring that back up. There we go. Okay. I apologize. Holy crap. There we go. My fault. Come on. There we go. All right. That's what it looks like. So, and that's one of the things I showed you at the very beginning of the game, but that's his stats. I gave them to you already. Give you guys about 5 seconds to take a nice little look at him. Okay, now let's get back to the game. Let's bring him in. Close this. Bring him in, and it should show me back to the game, which it does. I like the way it does that. And here we go. Billy Cowan is pinch hitting for Dennis Rabani. Here's the pitch by Ray Washburn. It is a 35. And Washburn strikes him out. That is the 8th strikeout of the game for Ray Washburn. Coming up will be Roy McMillan. He is 1 for 3. He has 1 of the 3 Mets hits. He has a base hit in the 4th, and since then he has popped out twice. Here is the pitch to Roy McMillan. Top of the 8th inning. It is a 13. And that's a strike. Foul ball, I guess. Here we go. It is a 54. And McMillan hits it out towards right field. Waiting for it over there, though, is our man Phil Gagliano. And he is out. 1, 2, 3 inning for the St. Louis Cardinals here. No runs, no hits, no left on base for the Mets. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. The 3rd pitcher will be, if I saw it right, it was Berneath. Okay, so let me bring him up. Bring up the stats. Hold on here. Okay, let me bring him up and I'll show you guys what I got going on. There we go. Alright. Larry Berneath for the New York Mets. This will be his 12th game. He has started 1 game. He started on the 9th of May. Gave up 4 runs, so they said, no, let's not do that little experiment again. He's so far thrown in 19 innings, gave up 9 earned runs off 21 hits, walked 7, struck out 12. He has given up a long ball. ERA currently is 4.26 for the New York Mets. And that is Larry Berneath. Let's bring our man into the game. And here we go. Pitching 2, Ray Washburn start the game off. He is a C-rate pitcher. Here we go. 36, and he strikes out Washburn. That's the second time Washburn struck out so far this game. Coming to bat will be Julian Javier. Julian Javier is 0 for 3 today. Yeah. Okay, here we go. It is a 23, and Javier hits to our second baseman, Klaus. Klaus is able to get over there quickly, fire over towards first. 2 down. Due up is Lou Brock. Lou Brock today is 3 for 3, has a double, 2 base hits, scored a run. Here is a pitch. I didn't do that right at all. I got away with one. There we go. 51. And Lou Brock gets a base hit. Heads down towards left center field again. He's been pulling the ball just a little bit over that way. Firing it on back in is Lewis. Brock is on first. Flood is up to bat. He is the next batter coming in there. And Berneath is in the stretch. He fires into the plate. Brock's trying for second again. And here we go. Gonder fires ball out again to Klaus. Klaus gets the tag again on Brock, and he is out. 2-4. And the team of Gonder and Klaus has gotten 2 caught stealings today on one of the game's fastest runners out there, Lou Brock. Excellent play by the Mets. Their defense is tonight. Everybody's defense has been stellar today. We're in the top of the 9th inning for the New York Mets. It is Johnny Lewis, Ed Kranepool, and the very Jesse Gonder. Ray Washburn is in the top of the 9th inning. He has given up 3 hits, 1 walk, struck out 8, and no runs. He is working on and he's heading towards one of the lowest ERAs in the league. Getting that way is an ERA right now of .51. Excellent pitching on Ray Washburn's part this season. Here is the pitch. And it's a 53. And Lewis heads out towards left field. Wait for that will be Lou Brock. Makes the catch, and we have 1 down in the top of the 9th inning. Due up is Curt Flood. Curt Flood is no, there was a Curt Flood. Sorry about that. I take that back. Or Ed Kranepool. I'm sorry. Look at the Mets. Let me do that. Let me line that out. Thank you, Clint. Do that right. Ed Kranepool is 1 for 3. Also got a base hit in the 7th inning when the Mets were threatening to score. Flown out and grounded out. Here is the pitch to Kranepool. 25. And Kranepool gets another base hit heading out that way towards the left center area on a nice little pull. Heading out that way is Brock. Brock fires it back in, and Kranepool is on with his second hit of the game here in the top of the 9th inning. Red Shenanigans is hoping he can keep him in here. Keep Washburn in to finish out the game. For us, as with most teams, the relief corps, which if that's what you want to call it, back in 1965, they could use the rest. Jesse Gonder is up. He walked his last time up, has grounded out and popped out. Here is the pitch to Jesse Gonder. 31, and wild pitch. Ray Washburn fired out there, gets over the head of our catcher, Bob Uecker, and Kranepool takes second base. Bob Uecker's able to get the ball back in. Kranepool's not fastest, trying to make it towards third on a wild pitch. And coming in will be, it is still Gonder's at the plate. 1 ball with no strikes. Here is the pitch to Gonder. 61, and it's a pop fly. Heading back out there towards the outfield area is our man Dick Groat. Dick Groat's getting back that way, stretches back, makes the grab, and it is 2 down. We are in the top of the 9th inning here in the Cardiac League. As I said, Cardiac Baseball, the tying run is at the plate. Ray Washburn is going for a shutout. He has thrown a 4-hitter so far today. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Charlie Smith is up. Here is the pitch to Charlie Smith. 2 down. It is a 32. And he hits it to our second baseman, Javier. Javier fires over towards first. Game over. The Cardinals win 2-0. No runs. 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. St. Louis, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The New York Mets, no runs, 4 hits, and no errors. And as I always request, give me my 15 seconds. I will get this game sorted out, and we will give you the final stats. and analysis today. Today is, for this game here, is the 21st of May. There we go. All right. A well-played game by both ball clubs. You can never go wrong on it. Even though the Mets were on the receiving end, it was a 2-0 game. Everybody played a very well game. Let me bring up the board that I like to use the most, though. We'll get this up real quick. And let's see what we got here. There it is. Okay. Everybody can see this perfectly fine, I hope. Always go to pitching first, and we'll go to the defeated team, the New York Mets. Al Jackson's record dropped 2-2-3. He did pitch 5 innings, so he tired out himself, gave up 2 runs on 6 hits. Tired out in the 5th. Actually, let me see what I did for him. No, he came out for a pinch hitter. Because he did, that's what we did for Al Jackson. I could have kept him in. Technically. And I didn't. That's my own fault, but I didn't want to see him getting burned any further. He did strike out 3, gave up that 1 lone home run ball to Bill White in the 4th inning. Or his 4th in the 2nd inning. And it was Al Jackson's 4th home run they gave up. Dennis Rabont came in, pitched 2 innings, 2 brilliant innings, as a matter of fact. Faced the minimum batters. Larry Berneath came in, helped his own cause out a little bit, gave up only 1 hit, did strike out 1 for his 1 inning in the 8th. For the St. Louis Cardinals, Ray Washburn improves his record to 2-0. He gave up no runs on 4 hits, walked 1, struck out 8, had a wild pitch, and dropped his ERA to .48. Hitting-wise, the New York Mets, Ed Kranepool is the only multiple hitter for the Mets. Everybody got nothing but base hits. They left 5 runners on base. There were no errors by the New York Mets. No double plays by either team, by the way, this game. Very, very cleanly played game. Ed Kranepool had the most putouts with 6. Jim Hickman had 4 for the Mets, and there were 8 assists for the Mets, including 1 by Dennis Rabont, 3 by the third baseman. Jesse Gunner had 2 assists himself, and they were both on stolen bases, by the way, by Lou Brock, which is how Bobby Klaus had 3 putouts. For the St. Louis Cardinals, Lou Brock went 4 for 4, improved his batting average to .312. Unfortunately, he was caught stealing twice. He now has caught stealing 10 times this season for the St. Louis Cardinals. Happens to the best of them. He saved himself by having a double, and he scored 1 of the runs. Bill White in the 2nd inning hit his 9th home run of the season and his 18th RBI. He had 1 hit for the game, and that was the other gangbuster. And Curt Flood had a double also. He went 1 for 3. Did get an RBI and improved his batting average up to 287. Cardinals did have 2 doubles. Lou Brock and Curt Flood both each hit their 6th of the season. Bill White, as we said, hit his 9th. Curt Flood has his 11th RBI, and like I said, Lou Brock got caught stealing twice. The Cardinals left 3 men on base. They took advantage of every play they could get. There were no errors by both teams. That is it for this game. The final, St. Louis Cardinals 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The New York Mets, no runs, 4 hits, and no errors. I will put this game down because I've got to save it for later on from my other page. And let me get back into our game here. There we go. And we'll get back into the game itself. And there we are. All right. Now, the only game I have left, I am going to broadcast live. If everybody could put up with me, I'll give me a couple minutes to get a cup of coffee and get my throat back a little bit. But, because it's the last game of Friday the 21st, I will show you the standings real quick. The Cardinals are now 1 game back. They are on a 5-game winning streak. The next game is the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I believe they are playing the Milwaukee Braves. Let me look here real quick. Yes, and it'll be Vern Law versus Denny LeMaster will be our next game. So, this is Clint. This is for IDjester, and anybody else who decides to watch the game, and hopefully that Cyrus D'Amato got our opening suggestion about what we really want to see for the lineup, for our starting lineup. I know it sounds weird. It is a long haul request we're asking for. I know it's going to take a lot of programming to try to do that. We hope you guys, you, Mark, Bill, all the guys who work there at Skeetersoft, have the ability to make that to do that for us, it would be gratefully and truly appreciated by every one of my guys who watches the game. I think I'm probably the last of the players who are actually broadcasting these games, so we won't be doing a lot, but it's still there for great usage. Again, I want to thank everybody who does watch this game. Please, thumbs ups are always welcome. They're highly welcomed, and constructive criticism is always desired. I want to thank each and everybody for showing up, and please have a great day. And we are going to go live in about 10 minutes, so I'll be staying up late tonight. Honey Bunny's going to kill me. Love to all you guys. Take care and have a great evening before you guys go into bed.